Hey Aquarius, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we are looking at a bit of general stuff, but mostly looking at love, okay? Whether you are currently in a connection or not, we're going to have a look and see what is coming up for you in love, romantic love. Okay, please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate that. Make sure you do leave a comment if you want to go in the draw to win a free personal reading. We are so close to drawing that. Keep an eye on, the community tab. I will be leaving an announcement when we are ready to draw that, and sort of 24 hours from the announcement, I will draw the competition. So, get your comments in now so you don't miss out on your chance to win. Okay, but this week we are I've got the Oracle of the Shapeshifters. The Lenormand deck I'm using this week, I have the Origami Lenormand. And I do have 3 love oracle decks here as well. So we have the True Love Oracle. We have those heart-shaped lovers oracle, I believe it's called, as well as the Mystic Red Rose Oracle. Okay, so getting into it for you, Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius, what is going on for Aquarius? What does Aquarius need to know right now, please? Aquarius. Okay, so definitely seeing a bit of a theme here already. We do have the Alice in a Sea of Tears card there. That's cast away out of your depth, feeling abandoned. Okay, so little Alice there crying her little heart out. So, maybe a very emotional time for you at the moment, Aquarius. We do also see Beauty and the Beast. That one's all about you need some space in a relationship. So, this may be why we're crying our pretty little eyes out at the moment, Aquarius. I do see, both those figures look very, very similar here as well. So, Alice and then Beauty. So it's definitely seeing a bit of a fairy tale reference there as well. Something in your life that you thought was a fairy tale, there may be the need to, have some space from that fairy tale, that you are feeling a bit out of your depth, feeling a bit abandoned by that situation at the moment. But we'll have a look here, because it definitely, I feel like for some of you, this is not love. This is something else going on in your life that you're feeling a bit set apart from, a bit just out of your depth, keeps coming back around, that you're needing to take some space so that you can sort of see the full truth, so that you can see the real depth here, that you're just sort of feeling a little bit out of place, out of space, Okay, Aquarius, what's going on for Aquarius here? What does Aquarius need to know right now? Yeah, so we have the snake coming through first here. So that does straight away let us know that there's something that, it does feel like you're feeling a little bit deceived or betrayed here by something. I feel like I want to get one to clarify what that is specifically for you here, Aquarius. Clarify that snake card. The snake energy also does talk about, things that we're passionate about, have a lot of ambition towards. Ambition feels right, because we do have that clarified by the fish. Okay, and the fish is the card of abundance, wealth and finances. Okay, so there may be something that you're feeling just a little bit out of your own, like out of your depth, like you just don't understand how you've spent so much money. You don't know, maybe that you've been deceived or betrayed by something, that's scammed by something even. You've spent more money on something that you didn't necessarily need to spend quite so much money on. I do feel it is connected to money for quite a lot of you here. The next card that has come out is the ship. as well. So for some of you, that may actually have to do with travel, that it's kind of giving me that vibe, especially, I'm seeing a lot of water energy here too. Like we've got, the ship sails on water. We've got Alice in the Sea of Tears, so the sea reference there. And fish obviously are aquatic. So I am definitely seeing, I am getting that watery kind of energy. So for some of you, it may have something to do with like filling an empty cup. Your cup is on empty. Your tank's on empty. Your may have to do with travel, like to do with overseas travel or travel over water travel. So if you are engaging in anything in this week, kind of where you are sort of making plans to travel and does involve some sort of water travel or like, because I'm getting like, I'm getting something like traveling, but you're like, it's the destination is connected to water. So you're traveling to like the beach or a lake or something like that, or there's something about doing like a day adventure trip, and that's where we're seeing the problem. That there's potential deception there. That because I'm getting a few messages here that for some of you it's like you because you know how when you're on a cruise ship they go on the little day adventures and they have to pay extra for certain little packages to do this adventure or that adventure, and I'm kind of getting that you're feeling deceived by that and you've paid this extra money and then you get to the place and it's not what it looked like in the brochures. It's nowhere near like that. It's like you get there and or you have bad weather, like it's raining the whole time and it's not as expected. I'm kind of getting that the deceit is something that the reality is not what you expected, and it makes you sort of leaves you feeling somehow deceived. So just be very careful of that. If you are, booking holidays or booking little, adventures or events that you're doing, what are you going to do if it rains? What are you going to do if I just keep getting this water, too much water. The water's not the way that it was supposed to be. Like, the brochure looks like it's beautiful, blue, clear water, but then you get there and it's more like a swamp kind of energy. So just be very wary of that. If you are, doing anything like that, booking anything like that, looking into anything like that, be very careful with travel of anything connected to water. Make sure you are checking the fine print, all that sort of stuff. For some of you, it's just sort of like feeling very financially burdened at the moment. There's a lot of, maybe that's where the betrayal is. You're feeling that you can't afford to go on a trip, even though you want to, or you feeling like you need to go on some sort of trip or vacation or destination wedding or something along those lines. For a lot of you, you're feeling as though you're not able to do that the way that, like, it's just feeling as though the expectation and the reality are not meshing together. That, that there's this expectation, this need and desire and want here. And then the reality is something totally different. But it kind of really shows you here, because I do see the stork coming out as well. And the stork really shows you that, you had grand plans. You had a really good idea. Your idea was good. But there's just something about the way that this has been carried out, that this journey has been undertaken, that there's just something not panning out here. But it kind of gets things stirred up, and it's kind of like it sets this fire within you into something. What happens after the stork, please? What happens after the stork for Aquarius? That's very ambiguous. We have the Yoda card coming through. This is the only deck with the Yoda cards. So it's kind of like wisdom. I get quite a lot, but but in a mixed up kind of way. The way that Yoda talks, it's like back to front. So it's like turmoil, sadness that leads you to something really good, and leads you to learning something, and gaining that wisdom, but in a kind of mixed up way. Like, you're kind of like, why did I have to go through this? But it's because you needed that experience. It stirs something within you to learn from this in the future. So it does feel as though it's going to enable you to learn and master some things within yourself eventually, but it's going to stir that up within you to really learn and gain from this experience. But I am getting that you are going to be feeling a little bit deceived or betrayed, or like, oh, I really should have thought that through better. But I don't feel as though you're necessarily doing anything wrong here, but I do feel as though a lot of you will take the guilt from the way that this turns out, that you're kind of out of your depth, that you've signed on for something, and then you're out of your depth, not even realizing that this could possibly happen the way that it has happened. And it ended up, draining your finances and leaving you on this holiday that turned out to be miserable weather, or like the beach was horrible and not the way that you wanted it to be. So yeah, I would just say maybe this is coming through just to sort of show you, just to really make sure you are checking all the finer details, and like the fallbacks. What happens if we have rain the whole week? What do we do? That kind of thing. Don't rely on beautiful sunshine weather. Don't rely on everything being as picturesque as the brochures. Even if this is just something that's not a huge travel, it may just be like, so it does feel like that sort of energy, but it's like, it may just be something where a day trip kind of thing. Just making sure you're really checking all the details and making a plan B, if you are, lining yourself up into any of those sorts of things. Okay, but we'll have a look at romantic love for you here, Aquarius. What's going on for Aquarius with romantic love? Aquarius, and any connection. So whether it be a current connection or a future connection, what is going on for Aquarius with this connection, please? Romantic love connections for Aquarius. We have the Rainbow Reviver. Okay, so that kind of is a reconciliation card, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you are reconciling with a specific person. A lot of the time it talks about reconciling with certain aspects of yourself that, you've been closed off to, that you forgot I could feel this way, that kind of, I'm getting that. It's come through with the maturity energy. So I do feel as like this is like reviving that maturity within yourself, with the way that you approach love and love connections, and you're kind of like more able to revive any, if you're finding that certain aspects of a relationship are, just trying to think of the right phrasing there, but they're kind of, needing resuscitation of some sort. You're able to look at that with maturity and work out how to revive that in a positive way for yourself. We do see that rainbow message with the reviver card there, the rainbow. So it's like, I'm also hearing the Skittles message: taste the rainbow, feel the rainbow, ride the rainbow. That's coming through. That I'll let you know, Aquarius. That's coming through in a very sexual way. It's telling me the Skittles message in a sexual way. So that might mean something to somebody there. Taste the rainbow. Okay. You may be reviving a part of yourself that you had lost connection with when it comes to different flavors. Okay, so that message is for somebody out there. But you're looking at that with a greater sense of maturity. and you're realizing that, you're able to revive certain aspects of love and sex, within yourself in a much more mature way and a much more mature outlook than you have in the past. Especially here with inner peace coming through as well. This is really giving you this sense of just I am me, I am perfect the way I am. It does actually say on here, you are enough. Okay, this particular card, it does have the affirmation of you are enough. And it's that inner peace of knowing that, you've gained this wisdom. We've seen Yoda for you already too. So there's definitely a lot of wisdom and maturity coming through for you here. So it's giving you this greater sense of yourself and being at peace with who you truly are, and knowing that you're at peace with what you deserve in love, and what you're willing to accept and not accept within love as well. Okay, Aquarius. What's going on for Aquarius with romantic love? Romantic love connections for Aquarius. One more, please. Romantic love connections for Aquarius. Romantic love connection. There we go. Trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. Okay, so yeah, that's that revival, the rainbow reviver. That gives something an opportunity to transform. Trust in yourself, in your maturity, in your having that inner peace, that trust in yourself and who you are and what you deserve. It allows that transformation to come on through for you. And once again, acceptance is the key to inner peace. Look at that. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There is no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. Okay, so when I do see, that which is beyond our control, it does sort of let me know that you may be trying to control a situation's outcomes, push a situation in a certain direction. You do need to take a step back, accept it as is, and just allow it to flow naturally, whichever way it needs to. Okay. Aquarius, what's going on for Aquarius with romantic love? Romantic love for Aquarius, please. Okay. Starting off with the hammer. Okay, that's all about sabotage and rebuild, persistent, working on it and repairing. So the hammer energy is always very interesting to me because, when we think of hammering things together, it's always, in that way of building, building something. But sometimes in order to build something, we need to destroy it completely, smash it to smithereens so that we can start from scratch. And that's what the hammer energy is all about. It's using that hammer to, smash it to pieces so that we can take those broken pieces and form them into something brand new. It's that transformation once again. I am seeing the camera here, reminiscing, making memories, learning from the past and your perception. So, maybe that's why we do need to learn whatever that is going on up there in your general reading there. Maybe that's part of why we're needing to, go through that experience. We do see the snake energy, which does talk, I was talking about your perception and learning from the past. So it does seem as though that may be connected to your love life in that sense that, going through certain things in your general life enables you to look at things within your love life just slightly differently. It's looking back at how things have played out and using that knowledge we've learned, using that wisdom that we've gained to take a fresh look at an older situation so that we can revive a situation or a specific incident, look at it again with a more mature, wise mindset. We do also see not today. Okay, boundaries and hurt, avoiding conversation, not dealing, and still upset. I feel like this is somebody you may be dealing with that is sort of just not dealing today. They're, at the moment they're just currently not in a space where they can actually take things on board. You yourself seem to be, traveling through gaining some wisdom here within your own life, within your own self. So you're sort of gaining some sort of inner wisdom just on your own. This person does seem to be sort of just, look, not today. I can't deal. I feel like give this person a little bit of time. They're just not able to deal right now. They need to work through that in their own way. So, once again, there's no point trying to change things that are beyond our control, and this person needs to do that naturally in their own way, heal in their own way, and change whatever it is themselves in their way. You can't force someone to change if they're not ready to, unfortunately. I do feel as though I need to grab one more for you. Okay, one more for Aquarius. What else do we have for Aquarius with romantic love? Shock. Oh, okay. That's exactly why I had something else coming out for you. There is a sudden change, a shocking news, surprise, and epiphany and transformation once again. So, whilst that transformation, that epiphany going on within you yourself, there may be some sudden changes taking place with love. And you may even get some sort of, sort of surprise news, some news that comes out of sort of nowhere. It's like, oh, lightning strikes, and it's I don't feel as though it's a bad change. I feel as though it's just something very unexpected, sort of out of the blue, that sudden change, something happening suddenly. Okay, so keep an eye out for that. But that's what we've got for you, Aquarius. You are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Do leave a comment on one of the videos so you can go in the draw for that free personal reading. And hopefully I will see you all again very soon.